Hello everyone, I'm Ayla and welcome to your Sabel Studios Summer Reset. Today we've got a 6-minute class, 1 minute of each exercise, 6 exercises, and that's it. A little challenge for your day, whether you're adding this on to a class that you've already done or just fitting it into your day. Well done. Let's come find your mat. We've got an arm focus and a bit of obliques in there as well. So I've got my timer ready. Come kneeling on your mat. If you want, or if you have any little light weights, feel free to grab them, 1 or 2 kilos. Otherwise, this can be done with no weights, or maybe you want to grab a drink bottle or some cans and you can just hold them in your hands as well. I'm going to do this with no weights and it's still going to be super challenging. So join me for your mat Pilates class. Our first exercise is just some W flies and we've got 1 minute on the clock. So opening those elbows nice and wide and drawing them back into your waist. Beautiful. So noticing how your body feels as we start. And we're opening those arms up in line with your shoulders before we lower them back down. Keeping the elbows bent. And we want to feel those shoulder blades squeeze together as we lift those arms and lowering them down. Controlling that movement, maybe you hold it at the top for a second before you lower back down. Just finding that slight time under tension. You're already over halfway. Beautiful, 20 seconds here, team. Just a gentle warm up for those arms and those shoulders before we add on lots of good stuff. If you've got any injuries or niggles, feel free to just slow down, take a pause in the video or go through a modification that I might suggest. Otherwise, you've got 3 and 2. Beautiful, in 1. And let's lower those arms. We are going to go into a shoulder press. So coming up onto a high kneel, elbows come in line with your shoulders, and then we press up and return them back down in line. You've got 1 minute on the clock. Beautiful, pressing up and lowering down. In this high kneel position, I want you to keep pushing the glutes forward and shorten that space between your hips and your ribs, just so our core is still switched on. We don't want to be flaring through the ribs, but we're focusing in on that shoulder movement and keeping really nice and stable through our core. Beautiful, team. Over halfway. Wonderful. This shortened range of motion, where we're just going through that up a part of your shoulder press, is going to just increase that time under tension. So really take it slow as you just lower that elbow in line with the shoulder each time and really focus in on that shoulder strength. We've got 10 seconds. Beautiful, team. I'm feeling it even with no weights. In 2 and 1. Lower those arms. Beautiful. Keep the right leg connected to the mat. Open the left out to the side. Arms come behind our head. We're going to go for some side curls. 1 minute on the clock. Lowering down away from that left leg. Exhale to curl back up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale to curl back up. So we're engaging those left side obliques. And I want you to think there's a big beach ball or a big wine barrel over your side. And instead of dropping low with that waist, we're lifting up and over to the side and up and back. Beautiful. Finding length and mobility within your strengthening exercises, using that breath as well. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl. You've got 20 seconds left, team. Really stretching that left oblique and using it to pull you back up. Keep thinking length with the crown of that head. In 2. In 1. Exhale, curl all the way back up. Bring those knees back to center. We're going to go for some tricep extensions. So staying up dropping those hips back to the heels, leaning forward slightly, bringing the hands in towards your shoulders. We extend the arms and we return the arms back. Extend the arms and return the arms back. You've already got 1 minute on your clock. Beautiful. So as you extend the arms, I want you to squeeze that top back part of your arms. That's where your tricep is. And we're feeling them squeeze before we return back in. Beautiful. almost holding them for a second as you just give them that extra squeeze. Really mind muscle connection here. Beautiful, team. 20 seconds. Keeping that neck nice and long and keeping those shoulders rolled down and back. Keeping your back nice and flat in line with that neck. You've got 5. In 4, 3, in 2. We're going to go for those other side oblique curls. In 1. Beautiful. Coming back into that high kneel. Keep the left leg connected to the mat. Extend the right leg long, arms behind your head. We've got 1 minute here. Curling over and lifting up. You want to think of lifting up and over, that beach ball, and we return back in. Using your exhale breath to curl you back up. Inhale, lengthen nice and long over. Exhale, curl up. If at any point your right hip flexor or that hip flexor of the leg extended is becoming painful, feel free to play around with that hip positioning and that foot positioning. If you want to move the leg forward, that might help. Maybe it might help if it's a little bit further back, or play around with that hip opening. Wonderful. Keep moving here, team. If that hip flexor is hurting, feel free to open those toes towards the ceiling. Just to really focus in on that oblique. We don't want to work through any pain, but we want to be strengthening that oblique. We've got 20 seconds here. In 2. 1 more. Beautiful, team. And we've got our final minute of exercise. So finding that high kneel again. Make sure my time is on, and we are going to go for a tricep extension and our shoulder press. Hinging back to find the hips drop to the heels. We find that shoulder press. Your last 40 seconds of work here. Beautiful. Finding strength through the glutes as well as you really intentionally push them forward in that shoulder press and hinge them back in that tricep extension. Wonderful, team. For our last 10 seconds, we're going to pulse that shoulder press. Are we ready? Last little bit. In 2. Find 1 more. Beautiful. Lowering and lifting. Lowering and lifting. You've got 10. Think of all that you've accomplished in these past 6 minutes of power. In 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take some shoulder rolls. Here. Extend that left arm out and cross it over. Just drawing it in. How good. Good work, team. You really pushed through that. And swapping sides. Wonderful. Great work, team. You are all finished for today's little challenge class.